What's up, everybody? So let's go through how to build a header for a custom niche in an exterior load-bearing wall for a shower. So here I'm putting in the king studs. These are 9-foot ceilings. The client wanted to tile up to the trim and keep the trim, so I've got about 5 or 6 inches of a gap behind the trim up to the joists. But I'm getting my king studs matched, sistered up preemptively here to start preparing to cut out the top for my header. I like to go ahead and cut. I like to use 12-inch headers in this case. So I'm cutting all these original studs 11.5 inches down to accommodate the space for the header. Here we're cutting the headers to our length. Removing the top of these studs to make room for our header, cutting out any nails, getting all that nice so it'll go in nice and easily when we start to put it in. I like to use these poles to help push up on the header while I screw each side in. Just makes it easier with one person. Getting ready to start installing the jack studs. I went with 2 jack studs on each side here. Ended up actually using 3 jack supports once we block the niche in, but we'll go through that here in just a minute. It's really important here when you're building headers that you cut your boards about 1/32 inch longer so that when you go to mount them, you have to tap them in and then actually provide support instead of just being under the header without any kind of support system. Now we're ready to start working on our niche here. So I'm starting to work on the bottom board here. The client wanted the niche to run even with the knee wall to the left there. So I ran a laser on the bottom part of the top board on the knee wall to accommodate where I needed to, to show where I needed to make my cuts with my oscillating tool. Now we're cutting out little blocks for our niche area. I'm accounting for I want an 18-inch niche after tile, so I'm going to account for 3 inches of stud, which is 2 1.5-inch boards to go, plus 1 inch on each side for backer board and tile and thin set. So 23 inches is what I'm cutting here to make it a 18-inch tall niche. Ended up being about 65 inches wide. I'm really excited to tile this niche. I'm going to be using a 12x24 marble for the shower walls and freestanding tub surround. I'm going to be using a hexagon mosaic to go into the back part of the niche, but we'll be mitering all of the perimeter of the niche with the 12x24 marbles. Setting the bottom board of my niche here, I was about a 1/16 lower on the right side, so I used a couple horseshoe sims to get it in nice and level here. You can see putting the shims in. This definitely isn't one of the most elegant parts of building showers, but it's one of the most important. All the pre-work and all the prep work that goes into building showers is 75% of the job. Getting your walls plumbed, getting everything nice and neat on the inside of the walls makes it just 10 times easier when you go to start tiling and putting boards up and finishing everything. It just makes it so much easier on the installer. So you can see here, adding just some more support. I wanted the niche to actually be be a part of the structure supporting the wall as well. So you see me throwing in some additional jacks. I'd rather overbuild than underbuild, so at the end of the day I can walk away with a nice peace of mind, not have to worry about any structural issues. Finishing up putting the last couple boards in up here to tidy it up nice and neat. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is our completed niche blocked out with a header.